Who could have thought that a scar between the eyebrows could become the key for Powell to unlock the second level of energy channels, enabling him to wield the trident and slay demons across the West, gradually achieving the status of General Joe and becoming the new Juju? While Chow was delayed in returning, Powell teamed up with a former three-time scoring leader, James Harden, to lead the team in defeating the Wolves in the Wild West. The teams that terrified the West are no match for the Ding Wei duo. In the 2023-24 season, James Harden joined the Clippers, bringing the hope of a championship with the former league scoring champion. Leonard, George, Harden, and Westbrook. This formidable lineup of four has emerged, and people hope these once disappointed veterans can redeem their regrets in Los Angeles and return to the peak of their careers. At first, Harden brought an endless losing streak to the Clippers. People said Harden was old, that Harden was no good, mocking him as the team's friend. However, after the Clippers got past the growing pains of their adjustment period, the late blooming strength of the old boys shocked the entire league. So what if they started with 6 consecutive losses? Once the four giants found the secret to winning, the Western Conference teams could only submit. In late November of the year 2023, the Clippers launched their Northern Expedition campaign, the healthy return of the God of War, Ka Yun Chu Wei Wu Ya. At critical moments, on February 7th, 2024, the Clippers topped the Western Conference. The once underrated Clippers turned into a formidable force in less than 3 months. During this period, Powell not only played in all games, but also became a strong contender for the 6th Man of the Year, with double-digit scoring as a substitute in 39 games, leading the league. His three-point shooting prowess reached perfection, with an average three-point shooting percentage of 40%. In the final quarter, the three-point shooting percentage reached a terrifying 55%, once surpassing even the Grim Reaper to rank first in the league. On February 11th, against the Blaze, Powell was elbowed without facial injury, leaving a scar between his brows. The third eye of Erlang Shen opened, secretly hiding the mystery of his rise after the All-Star game, although the Clippers' strength began to wane and their performance started to fluctuate. But they ultimately advanced proudly to the playoffs with a 4th place finish in the West. Throughout the regular season, Powell, in an average of 26.2 minutes of limited playing time, achieved a field goal percentage of 48.6% and a three-point shooting percentage of 43.5%. A performance of 9 points, 2.65 rebounds, and 1.1 assists, with a catch-and-shoot three-point shooting percentage as high as 49.4%, ranking first in the league. The terrifying killer instinct, it seemed that if only given more playing time, he would certainly unleash impressive energy. Unfortunately, in the first round of the playoffs, due to Kawhi's absence and facing the strong Eastern teams, the Clippers couldn't showcase their full potential and ultimately lost 4-2. The season's hard work washed away. Powell also missed out on the 6th Man of the Year award, from first in the West to first round exit, despite giving it their all.
With unreasonable
answers. Anger and frustration weighed heavily on the heart of every Clippers player. To make matters worse, George and Westbrook left the team during the season, and Kawhi was sidelined indefinitely due to injury. Facing a grueling schedule for the new season, people could only pin their hopes on Harden to help the team out of the predicament. But no one expected Powell's unstoppable momentum to come so quickly. As the 2024-2025 season kicked off with Powell starting as a regular, a frenzy of personal scoring performances began. On November 27th, facing the determination led by 3-time MVP winner Coach Yu, Powell unleashed a flurry of three-pointers, scoring 22 points in the final quarter and exploding with 30 points for the game. Defeated the determined Jokic, rendering his 41 points ineffective. On November 9th at the Gas Court, Powell showed no mercy again, opening fire from the three-point line with 9 out of 5, scoring 31 points and 12 rebounds, achieving a double-double for the first time in his career. At a critical moment in the final quarter, when the Kings closed the gap to just 4 points, Powell's crucial killer play killed the game and helped the Clippers secure a 3-game winning streak. On November 12th against the Thunder, Alexander was like a deity descending, wildly scoring 45 points and suppressing the Clippers throughout the game. But Powell was not ready to surrender and instead entered personal sniper mode. A panicked jump shot sparked an incredibly bold counterattack, and once again he scored a team high of 31 points, almost staging a comeback from a 20-point deficit.
Turnaround season.
And could only become a backdrop to Powell's solo act of saving the team. It was a game where Powell made a total of 46 three-pointers in 10 consecutive games, temporarily sharing the league's season best with Edwards. The three-point shooting percentage exceeded 50%, and in the entire league, only the newly crowned top player Jokic and the offensive kaleidoscope achieved this. Irving can do it, and after experiencing a hamstring injury, Powell's nature remains unchanged, continuing to play decisively and tough. As the Rockets' reality returns, he is still the team's most trusted sword-wielding guard, contributing in the first game with 24 minutes and scoring 28 points, helping the team defeat the Nuggets. When Harden takes the path, Warrior Powell becomes his sharpest support. Powell, the son of the sharp knife, has become a praised scorer, and Aldridge and Harden truly can let loose and go with fast-paced peers. With a sword pointed at 1,000 troops, the powerful Wei Yao spreads the word, gathering an army of 100,000. Taking off his clothes has become a true depiction for fans of the mighty general. When we return to the start of the story and review Powell's transformation journey, people might realize that those awe-inspiring moments are backed by his relentless dedication to excellence many years ago. It's not even a medal on his chest. He was just an unnoticed second-round pick. And in 1979, he was relegated to the developmental league, but he didn't give up on himself. With his performance in 38 games and scoring 25 on the court, he made a dignified return to the field, back to the NBA. He and undrafted Van Vliet found camaraderie in their shared desire to prove themselves and help the team win. But after the team won the championship, he became the first to be sacrificed in the Raptors' rebuilding process. After being traded to Portland, he broke down in tears facing his old friends Siakam, Lowry, Van Vliet during a game at the inn. They once fought side by side, but his name was cruelly removed by the team he loved. Coming to Portland, Powell planned his life here, playing hard and applying everything he learned from Malone on the court, though. He became the pillar of the team, but the good times didn't last. With Lillard out due to injury and CJ gone, the Trailblazers had to rebuild, and Powell was traded to the Clippers. Even though he had just bought a house in Portland, Powell optimistically stated that he was happy to play in his hometown. After playing just 3 games at Kwaichuan, he was diagnosed with a left foot fracture, leading to an indefinite prognosis at that moment. In his mid-30s, how much gloom enveloped his heart, yet all he could do was patiently wait until April 7th. After a long absence from the court, Powell finally returned, scoring 24 points, grabbing 4 rebounds, and making 1 block in the game against the Suns, announcing he was ready. But the Clippers consecutively lost to the Timberwolves and the Pelicans in that year's play-in tournament. Ultimately, they missed their playoffs, with no place to vent their passion. In the 22-23 season, with the addition of Russell Westbrook on a minimum salary, the Clippers' strength increased, and after a year, they once again secured a playoff spot. Powell finally had his moment to shine, facing the Suns in the first round, Game 3. A fierce battle with Durant ensued, but Powell was not to be outdone, repeatedly breaking through the defense to score at the basket, achieving a team-high 42 points, plus 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 block shot, demonstrating an unstoppable and heroic effort. Although initially the team was eliminated with a large score gap of 1-4 due to George's absence, missing the Western Conference semifinals, Powell's brilliance could not be overshadowed. In the playoffs, he averaged a 47.4% shooting percentage, a 40.6% three-point shooting rate, and averaged 21.8 points, 3 rebounds, and 2.2 assists per game, fully performing like an all-star caliber player. But in people's eyes, it was just a flash in the pan. In the 2024 playoffs, the Clippers repeated the same mistakes, once again leading to 10-24. The arrival of the 25 season brought Doba into the public eye, and Bookbeat finally during these 9 years cried up. Amidst broken mirrors and countless trials, Powell's true experience is also the arduous rise of every underdog in the NBA. See you. The path ahead, how far and high Powell can go, is uncertain. But through his own experience, he tells all young people to never limit themselves. The unheralded hard work, the days and nights spent sweating, may secretly be brewing an opportunity for fame.